Hi, thanks for checking in this Wednesday. And I'm so excited we have our 1,000th person that has signed up. His name is Christian and he's from Caracas, Venezuela. So this is going everywhere, which I don't know why I didn't think that would be true, but it is. So again, instead of the bottom of the YouTube, let's say thank you for everybody that signed up, and please keep the letters coming. That's what we're doing today. This gal is from Lawrence County, Ohio, and 4 of her family members were murdered a little while ago, shot, even including a child, 7 to 8-year-old child. And it's 2 of the people that died were a sister and a mother that were shot. And so she said that her name is Lisa, and 4 members of my immediate family were killed in Ohio, including my cousin, or by my cousin. And I have so many questions that I need to ask my mother and ask my sister, and I need to know if they're all right and if they passed over into the light. Couple of things. Number 1, somebody that dies a violent death, there's a very good chance that they are not going to cross over only because they want retribution or somebody to know exactly what happened to them. From your letter, I think they know who did this, so that might have brought some relief. The child, I'm sure, did not stick around. Somebody, guardian angel, somebody wouldn't came and got the child, so I wouldn't worry about that. I think the best thing that you can do is hope that they come in a dream, because when you can talk to them in a dream and you can ask them exactly what happened. Why was he so angry? All of that. And I get a lot of requests for people to come and help find people that were murdered. I mean, this particular letter, they know who did it, so I wasn't asked for that. There's 2 things you have to remember when I get asked to do something like that on a murder case. If you want me to be involved in it, your local law enforcement that is handling it has to say it's okay. Or I get invited a lot by law enforcement agencies. But if it's a family that wants me to come, I can't do it without the local police or whoever is handling the case knows. The other thing is this. Again, in this particular case, you knew they weren't missing, they were dead, you knew who did it. But on missing cases, somebody will call and say, my daughter's been gone now for 15 months, I think a cult has her, yada, yada, yada. You have to remember something. If you call me and I see a 20-year-old girl standing behind you that is an earthbound spirit, that means that person is dead. Otherwise, they wouldn't be standing behind you. So, closure, yes. Is this something that you actually really want to know? So keep that in mind. Bunch of questions. Why, from across the United States, why can some people do paranormal things like I do, and other people do, and some people can't? I have no idea. How come people can play the piano and I can't? Everybody has their own unique abilities and develops them however they do it. I can't, there were no lessons on how to become a Ghostbuster. There were lessons for piano people, though. So everything in its own place. And, I think a lot of people, especially logical people that have type A personalities maybe sometimes, if they hear noise in an attic, it's squirrels on the roof. If they hear banging on the outside of the house, it's the house settling. People would rather look for a logical explanation than to say that there's a ghost banging on the outside of the house. That's life. That's human nature. Here is one from Texas. And this gal writes that for the past month where things have been happening in several locations, in the car, at my office, at home. She has a clinic, and red flag, anytime you have people that are sick and they don't feel good, you're going to have earthbound spirits around them because you're stressed about the person that's sick. Look at the energy you're putting out. And just because you're having activity everywhere, this is telling me that your spirit or spirits, your earthbound spirits, are following you. They're riding with you, they're going to work with you, going home with you, riding in your car with you. One of the best ways to tell if you have an earthbound spirit riding with you in a vehicle, do you have a lot of problems with it? A lot of electronic problems, starters, radios that go on and off by themselves, beepers, the buzzer on the, seatbelt. Thanks, hon. Seatbelts that won't go off. And so a lot of times that's exactly what's happening. There is an earthbound spirit following you around. Smudge, that's the best thing. Have have a ordained priest or minister come in, bless the place. Just don't talk to them, don't scream at them, don't yell at them, because all you're doing is giving them more information. This letter came from Victoria, Australia, and her mom is in her 70s, and she has been experiencing severe unexplained episodes. She falls fast asleep, suddenly wakes up in the early hours. She hears people talking, she sees people talking. They won't answer her. She can feel pain. It makes her very anxious. Anytime somebody calls me about a parent, an older parent that is having difficulties like this, I will be more than happy to come out to the house and clear the house and make sure that your mom and dad or grandma or grandpa are going to be fine. However, before I do that, I have to have you, the child, the caregiver, whoever is contacting me, make sure that that person does not have a UTI, a urinary tract infection. Those can mess up an older person so bad you have no idea. And there's all kinds of reasons. Older folks just don't like to drink water as much. They don't want to drink it late at night because they don't want to have to get up and go potty. There's all kinds of reasons why old folks don't care to drink water, but that will lead right to a UTI. If they do and it's cleared, 9 times out of 10, that person will call me back and go, you were right, never mind, the house is clear, mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, they're not having the problem anymore. So that's a really good thing. If they are still having the problem and they have been cleared of not having a UTI, then we'll make an appointment. Now, another one, and this will be the last one for the day, orbs. I know we've done a couple of talks during these months on orbs, but they're so common, and people are absolutely convinced that if they have an orb in their house, that they have earthbound spirits in their house. You do not. Orbs are people that have crossed over and are back for a visit. They can be relatives, they can be friends that have died, they can be your guardian angel, they can be a spirit guide. And if the orb has a design in the middle, like this one, that is somebody that has crossed over and is visiting. Some of these have a design in the middle. That's what that is. The ones that are blank, they are dust particles. They can be little, they can be big, they can be sparkly, they can be any color, but they are not a problem. This one was blown up and there's no design in the middle. This is just a dust particle. If you think you've got pictures of earthbound spirits, you're going to have pictures that come out looking like this, like a fog, like a mist, or like this. This is an earthbound spirit also. So just take a good look at your pictures and don't freak out about orbs. Orbs are definitely good. You want a bunch of orbs in your house. As a matter of fact, photographers that do weddings, and the bride, the groom, husband and wife pick out which ones they want. That's one of their biggest complaints, getting orbs out of the finished product. Your relatives are there watching you get married. It was a good thing. So it's not that you were being haunted on your wedding day. It's exactly the way it was supposed to be. Thanks so much for tuning in. And again, thank you for getting my subscribers up to 1,000. And we'll talk next week. Thank you.